Hey everybody, what's good? Filmmaking trade shows and expos can be incredibly overwhelming. There's new gear, the latest releases, it's a lot to take in. You're busy, I'm busy, so who has time for a lengthy review? As a motorsports filmmaker and somebody who shoots action, this is everything that stood out to me at CineGear 2025. Canon cinema is still more hat than cattle. For the type of work that I do, the C400 is interesting, and the C80 being full frame really does have some cool features. For my money, however, the coolest thing that Canon is doing in 2025 are the RF hybrid lenses. As somebody who shoots automotive and racing content, vehicle rigs and camera mount systems always get my attention. CineGear 2025 had no shortage of vendors with cool things on display. Vintage lenses are still all the rage, and now in 2025, the cool thing to do is to rehouse them. Is anybody doing that better than Iron Glass? No. Their work was made very famous recently by the use of their lenses in films like Dune. Sony continued to be the most popular brand for filmmakers at every level in 2025. Their booth at CineGear was quite impressive. They made it a point to showcase the fact that their cameras were used in the upcoming F1 movie starring Brad Pitt. BlackMagic continued to punch above their weight class at every level of cinema in 2025. On display, of course, were their 17K Ursa and the 12K Pixis cameras. Both look quite adept and quite capable, and I'm truly excited to try these in production work. You can't go to a show like CineGear without checking out all of the rig companies. Two of my favorites that stood out are Mutiny and Mid49. Mutiny are doing some really cool things with magnets on some of their upcoming product drops, and they even have devised a really cool shoulder sling. Super handy if you do any run and gun work like myself. Mid49, on the other hand, the geniuses who started Wooden Camera are now doing their own thing, and they bring a cool sense of humor as well as a high-end product line for camera cages and that sort of thing. Now, moving on to Red Digital Cinema. As many of you know, it is my weapon of choice for my A camera. I do own a Komodo X and frequently use the Raptor for my motorsports work. In talking with the great folks there under the tent, it sounds like a whole lot of nothing has changed, which is music to my ears. It sounds like Nikon will not be changing the ethos of the company and let Red operate autonomously, so that's super exciting to hear. Well, that's it. That's what stood out to me at CineGear 2025, but chances are there were things that I missed. What stood out to you? What should I have seen at the show that perhaps I didn't cover? Drop me a note below, let me know. I would be very curious to see. With that, I'll wrap up the video. Hope you're all doing good, and I will see you in the next one.